on those votes so far that we are seeing?
I'm pretty excited. I also think I could have got a lot more than what is there. Seriously, I think that as an independent, I've lacked funding mostly. And the lack of funding has precluded me from really campaigning really hard. So I've only reached, I would say, 1/3 of my electorate through my campaigning. I think if I campaign really hard, you'll be seeing much higher numbers on the board. I was in fact expecting higher numbers on the board, but if I understand what I've been through for the last 6 weeks, I only entered the race second week in April. It's been about 6 weeks since then. I've campaigned really hard in certain areas, but clearly I've fell short of the mark in terms of reaching my electorate really hard. So I could have gotten much higher numbers.
Okay, campaigning is done. People have voted. What is your plan moving forward?
My plan moving forward is that I've established myself as a serious contender, that I can play in the political arena. That's the first step for me in terms of my electorate who once thought me that I was a clown and it was a joke. So I stood my ground. I said, let me play my cards, let me see where it is. I said, ultimately, the people will talk, the electorate will talk, the electorate will choose. And right now I'm emerging as that sort of person, I'm emerging as a leader. And once they see me as a leader, then we go forward. Then when I'm able to talk politics, they're able to talk what we're going to do. Those who even my detractors or naysayers will take me seriously because I'm now a serious contender.
As an independent party, do you have other people that you are working with that we will see maybe taking seats in legislature? Has that been done? Have you had those discussions?
I've met with a few political parties and leaders here and there, but I've formed no coalitions with anyone. But what I can say is I've met all the parties wherever I've been to. I try to think that I get along with all of them. I formed a relationship and I bond with them because I believe that if you get into politics, that ultimately we must be able to get along. We can differ on policy and whatever it is, but as human beings, if we get on, we can find a solution. Because ultimately, if we're here in politics, we're here to find a solution for the people, not for yourself. So many people ask me, especially in my constituency, would you coalition with the EFF? I said, but if EFF made a policy or a motion that suits me and suits my people, why would I not vote with them? Otherwise, I'm voting with emotion, and you leave emotion out of politics, and you make a decision that's going to benefit your constituency, your people. So yes, I would side with the EFF on a motion that benefits my people. That's what I'll do.
Okay. Do you see yourself campaigning in the next elections in 2026?
2026, the plan is definitely to campaign. I have already made mention that I will be forming a proper political party that we hope to campaign for 2026 because my constituency, my electorate feel they are being let down by the current party that's supposedly governing their wards, and I think that we need to have more accountable leadership, councillors, etc. So I'm saying I want to form a party that we take over the councils. We have more ward councillors, more seats in city council. More seats in city council means more power. That's what they want. They want power. How do you get the power? You get the power through the seats. So yes, 2026 local government election is coming.
And what do you think was your drawing card for people to vote for you this year?
My drawing card is the following. I'm not a fly-by-night. I didn't arrive here yesterday. I've got 15 to 20 years of activism. I've been on the ground. I'm known as a people's person. So I didn't need to campaign really hard in areas to convince people who I am. They already knew who I was. All they needed to know was that I was in politics. So people have come to the party not based on my political history because I don't have a political history. They come to the party knowing that I'm true to what I say. I've been doing it for the last 15 to 20 years. I've been a man on the ground. I'm head and shoulders above any other politician doing activism on the ground and actually really helping people. I've got tangible results. I've done things that almost no politician has done. So like I said, if I had reached a bigger portion of my electorate, I would have seen much bigger numbers. I think half my electorate didn't even know I was standing for election. That was my problem from the start. So we campaigned really hard trying to get where we are. So I think definitely I would think the numbers would have been higher.
Did your role as Karo Charo also play in the board you got? Did they kind of see you as a comedian or as a politician?
No, my role of Karo Charo helped me to where I am now. Because I've got the platform. I've got more than 100,000 followers on Facebook. I've got 40 to 50,000 followers on TikTok. So I've used that platform to reach my audience. I've used that platform to show them where I am. And those who thought that I was people want to see a comedian as just a two-bit comedian that you got no brains, that you're a dumb person. Whereas comedians are some of the smartest, most intelligent people in the world. But then people with minimal brain cells only will see it that way. So the smarter people know what it's about. I've also been using my platform quite well to speak politics for the last 5 to 10 years. So those who know what I'm about have voted for me. I think that's where we are. And I'll say once again, if I was able to reach a lot more of my electorate, I would have done a lot better. Tell her what you must, tell her what you crave, but don't tell her flop, don't tell her with the masala.